Let's talk about parents and how they tend to disagree with their children when the children come and take a course the parents didn't expect them to. What is your advice to parents who tend to disagree with the children when they come with courses that are a bit strange to them?
We could say quite a lot on that, but let me see a few things to be able to put across. Number one is, any conversation like that is a difficult conversation. Difficult because the two parties the stakes of the conversation are very high, but the outcome is uncertain. The parent wants to have his way, the child wants to have his way. So it's a very difficult conversation because the stakes are high, the outcome is uncertain. And many of us mismanage difficult conversations. So one of the first things, actually, way before we even talk about the subject matter of careers in that, is both parents and children need to develop the skill to handle difficult conversation. That's a whole 3 videos on its own about just handling difficult conversations, because from experience I've realized half or even more of the problem is not even the concern, it is just how you manage that particular conversation. That's number one. And then number 2 is to realize the reality that flyovers, whether it's a flyover over an ocean or a flyover over a road, are not built from the point we want to fly over. Flyovers are built from a distance. Okay? So there's a way we can view careers as parents. Often we view our careers at the moment of the thing we want to fly over. And often what we want to fly our children to fly over is the immediate, I want them to get a job, I want them to get married and stuff. But then you need to begin thinking and being more attuned to what the future looks like. And if we are preparing our children today for the future, we need to realize we're building a flyover, and so it needs to begin a bit behind. So all that to mean, parents need to begin becoming more attuned to what the future is. And the truth is this: the future is not more of the present. It's not. And we as parents need to accept the reality that at times the way we see the future is nothing more but multiplied present. So we need to get good information. We need to study the future of work. We need to study about the future of learning. We need to begin seeing what is IT going to do, and begin positioning our children like flyovers for that future today. Okay, which is not doing more of the present. And partly is for children to be able to be helped to understand that when their parents are disagreeing with them, it is not out of malice, it is out of concern. Okay, and then that when both of them sit on the table, there are things the children know about the current, there are things the parents know from experience, and therefore it should become a conversation and not an ultimatum. Parents should understand this. They may succeed in putting a child through a career that may even get the child money, but if it is not aligned with the child's abilities, the child will not become outstanding. And people are not paid top dollar if that's what you're looking for. People are not paid top dollar for mediocre work. People are paid top dollar for being outstanding. People go places because they're outstanding. And we therefore need to, with that recognition, see, is my child designed, for instance, to be a chef? If my child is an outstanding chef, he could cook for the head of state. But if my child is a mediocre doctor, he'll just probably be in some rural place and make it that way. So you need to ask yourself at times the question, do I want an outstanding chef who makes meaning and impact, or do I want just an okay doctor who goes on through life? I think somewhere in the intersection of those three, managing difficult conversation, thinking of our careers more as a flyover as opposed to just a quick jump, and then the understanding that it is not malice, but it's a cross-fertilization of ideas. When we put those 3 things together, we can be able to chart a path that makes sense, both as parents and as children.